Okay, next up is from Kevin. I had a motorcycle accident this week. Happy that my LTD backpack held up very well, tumbling 70 kilometers an hour along the ground and kept my electronics unbroken. Have you ever had a motorcycle accident or close call?
Picture. We need a picture of that.
Glad you're okay. Yeah, we could use a picture of that.
I should have reacted with that first. but we still need a picture.
This guy, let's sell stuff. New CEO right here.
I mean,
how can we leverage this to improve our sales margins?
That's
projections forecast.
That's cool because that would be a reflection on material choice.
I know, but priorities, Lou.
Did you get any blood on the bag?
If Kevin C wasn't alive, he wouldn't be here to spend $55.97 this week.
Clearly he survived.
I have my priorities in order.
Clearly he survived because he sent the merch message.
Oh,
okay.
my goodness.
Okay.
Anywho, yes, I have had a motorcycle accident. I don't have many close calls. I'm a very defensive motor vehicle operator. I tend to kind of keep my space, which is much easier on a motorcycle when you're faster than anything else on the road. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. The point is that my only time having an accident in motion, I was barely in motion. I had finished my training fairly recently, like not the day prior, but I was in my first season or two of riding a bike. And one of the things that I recalled from my training was that under any kind of slippery condition, so under normal conditions on a street bike, you would lean mostly on your front brake, right? Oh man, see, I'm gonna the clutch. Yeah, I don't know. It's all, once I'm on the bike, I know which one is which, but whatever. Don't worry about it. The point is, you'd rely on your front brake, so you would load the weight of the bike forward so that you get better traction. So there's more weight on it, and then so you load it and then squeeze, and you use very little of your back brake, which is on your foot. Now, depending on the type of bike, if you're riding a chopper or something like that, that's not necessarily the case, and you might rely more on your back brake. You can usually tell just from looking at a bike how it's intended to be stopped, because on a street bike, you'll see like a giant front brake rotor like this, and then on the back wheel, you have a little tiny brake rotor. Anyway, so I recall in our training, they said, hey, okay, so here's the deal. On a street bike, you use primarily your front brake unless slippery conditions, because you will lose control extremely quickly if you use your front brake and it locks up, or you lose traction for whatever reason.
ABS is like a very modern thing for,
I don't have ABS
bikes,
on my bike.
Right? Yeah, like a lot don't. Yeah.
So, anywho, I was going. Do you know that bridge in? I guess it's Burnaby or it must be in Coquitlam. That's right by the. When you take the New West exit on Highway 1, you go down through New West?
Yes.
Okay, so going the other way, right before you get to the freeway, there's like a little wooden bridge there. Do you know the one I'm talking about? It's like where the Planet Laser is in New West.
Oh, yes, actually, yes.
Okay, so just
Vaguely,
east
yes.
of that, right? There's a little wooden bridge there. Anywho, it was raining, and I was on that bridge, and I think it alternates traffic, like one at a time each way. It was my side's turn, and I'm going along this bridge at 7 kilometers an hour, like really, really slowly. It's pouring rain. And I'm just like, thinking, oh, this is one of those conditions where I know that my traction is extremely low because I'm on literal wood, wet wood. If you want to know, if you want to find out, try doing anything on wet wood. All right. So I'm kind of sitting here going, well, it couldn't be that bad. Why don't I just give it a little on the ground? Immediate bail. I couldn't believe. I don't think that if I had just been suspended in the air and dropped, I could have fallen to the ground that fast. It blew my mind. Fortunately, I had my gear on, so I had all my shoulder armor. The car behind me stopped almost in time and only damaged my license plate holder a little bit. If you look at my bike closely, it's held on with duct tape.
I wouldn't follow a bike that closely in the rain.
Well, they weren't. They just had no traction.
Oh.
Yeah, so, anywho. And we were all going really slow. Like, we were a little, procession like this, right? And why would they think that I would suddenly, instantly be on my side.
Still, in my opinion, if you know you have no traction, you still have. I know
don't blame them.
You're trying to let
For
them
real.
off. But,
no, I don't blame them. For real. They were chill. Everything was fine. I was a complete f***ing idiot. Like, that's on me. But that's the worst I've ever had. I found out.
Found out quick too.
Yep.
All right, next one.
Linus got wet wood and fell over.
Look, I slipped onto it. Classic excuse. I've heard that one.
Oh my goodness. Okay.